Yo, what up, everybody? This is your guy, DJ Fodera, aka the greatest and most hated nigga on the face of the planet Earth, and you are now tuned in to the podcast that should not be viewed or listened to anywhere. Yes, I'm talking about the culturally inappropriate podcast. Thank you for returning for another week of this terrible audio that I put out every week for you motherfuckers. Thank you. Don't forget to like and subscribe on SoundCloud, iTunes, Stitcher, and Google Play. That is how I get to bring you this shit. By you guys doing that, you show me that you appreciate this shit a little bit, and it makes me feel a little bit better when I do this shit. It makes me feel just a little bit less crazy for sitting in my closet talking to myself for half an hour. So shout out to y'all the real, the ones that's liking and commenting and following and shit. The other ones that's not doing that, fuck y'all, okay? Fuck y'all. Fuck out of here. Now, you might hear a little hum in the background. You know what that sound is? That's the sound of my motherfucking air conditioning, niggas. Because I got an air conditioning now, bitch. I put the shit in the window because it was too hot last week, and I didn't want to give y'all another shitty podcast last week because I care about the quality of my shit. I care about the content of my shit. Well, not so much the content, but I care about the quality of my shit, okay? And I don't want to give y'all another one where I'm like sweaty and hot and I'm just talking about, yo, it's hot as shit. Someone get me air conditioner. Yo, it's hot as shit. Somebody put me in a real studio. Yo, it's hot as shit. I can feel my fucking eyebrows melting onto my face. Somebody, can you please come blow on my face, or at least make a paper fan and use it to fan me while I record this stupid ass fucking podcast in this hot musty ass closet while these fucking sweaters and shit. But yeah, so shout out to me for finally putting the air conditioner in the window. Shout out to everybody that has an air conditioning. Shout out to air conditioning, period. I am so glad that we as a people have reached a point where we can have shit like air conditioning. I don't know how the niggas did it back in the day, but I guess that's why they had a bunch of I guess that's why they had a bunch of war and shit going on back in the day, because I cannot imagine living, like, going through summer without like an air conditioner or a fan. And motherfuckers was talking about like, yo, we used to do all this shit and it used to be way hotter back then. Like, my nigga, I don't know how the fuck y'all did that shit. Salute to y'all though, okay? First and foremost, before I go any further, I have to say R.I.P. to the late great legend Muhammad Ali, so y'all niggas know when I'm recording this, what time it's being recorded, so y'all know why I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. So y'all know that this shit is done like right before. Yeah, I do this shit raw the day before. But shout out to Muhammad Ali. He passed away. I feel fucked up because like when I saw like some news clip that said Muhammad Ali is going to the hospital, and I was like, damn, let me tweet out R.I.P. Muhammad Ali, but he hadn't died yet. And now I'm like, oh shit, this nigga died. So if I would have tweeted that mean I seen the future. That mean like I can kind of predict the future, because I've been saying like a couple episodes I was like, yo, whatever I put out in the ether actually happens, and then I was about to put that shit out in the ether, but I retracted it. But the feeling, the power, the aura of me saying like, yo, R.I.P. to this nigga still was out, and then it caused this nigga to pass. So shout out to Muhammad Ali. You are in a better place now. Hopefully you're not shaking in heaven. You made it to the pearly gates fine, and you're gonna be chilling with God, probably knocking out motherfuckers who get up there and get confused about where they're supposed to go. Like, no, nigga, you're not supposed to go up there. You're not supposed to go down there. This dude was a great man. Also, shout out to Mike Tyson. He got like this cartoon joint on Adult Swim. That shit is dumb funny. Mike Tyson Mysteries. Go fuck with that joint if you never heard of it. I'm not getting paid by them niggas to talk about this shit. I'm not getting paid by anybody to talk about shit. So don't say like, oh, this nigga talking about this shit, he must be getting paid by it. Shut the fuck up. Alright, I talk about what I want to talk about. And what I want to talk about is that Mike Tyson Mystery shit. That shit is fucking hilarious. Shout out to you. Shout out to the niggas over at Adult Swim that let that happen. Because for whatever reason, I mean, like, no one in a million years would be like, yo, we got a cartoon coming up. I know who we need on it. Mike fucking Tyson. And it's gonna be like a fake Scooby-Doo, and he got a ghost and a pigeon and an Asian chick, and they do like random weird shit and shit. Like, I don't know where that idea came from, But shout out to y'all. And if y'all need ideas for any more shit, come to me. I'm an idea farm. I be coming up with ideas day to day. Like I came up with an idea earlier today for some shit, but I'm not gonna say what that shit is because I don't want to give this shit out for free because I need y'all niggas to pay me. But the little taste that y'all get, y'all go back, y'all read my shit like telling MTV to come out with Cribs. Like I put that shit out in the ether. If I never did put that out in like the cosmic ether and like the connected brain waves and shit that we all share, them niggas never would have brought that shit back. Like that's all me, nigga. Okay, that's all me. Me saying R.I.P. to Ali. Maybe Ali would be alive right now. I'm not saying I have that power. I'm just saying like shit tends to follow like what I say. Like when I speak on something, when I like put that shit out, something happens. The universe responds to me. Okay, just fair warning. Okay, so I'm not gonna say, but I'm just gonna say. Okay, so a lot of shit been happening this week. A lot of shit. First of all, it was Memorial Day weekend last week, so I don't know what that's for. I think that's like for like people that died in the war, and like we take a moment of silence to remember them. There was that moment. You're gonna be like, well, you ain't really getting a moment of silence. Like, how long is a moment? Like, a moment is as long as you need it to be. Like, regardless of how long that moment is, you still dedicating a certain amount of, you still dedicating a moment of silence, regardless if that moment is 5 seconds or 1 second. And normally, when you say a moment, people might think you talking about a second. So, shout out to everyone who died fighting for this country. Shout out to everyone who died fighting for a country that didn't care about them. I think that was like a tweet or some shit. Shout out to everyone getting their like wild tweets off of trying to come up off of like black suffrage, off of fucking tweets. Also, shout out to that new dumbass Roots series that's coming out, because if that's what black people needed now more than anything is a Roots series. Now I can see like if this shit came out like during Black History Month and it was like a special joint, okay, I could kind of understand like why they're coming out with a Roots series. But who the fuck is asking to see, yo, I want to see Roots again, because we haven't heard about that shit. Okay, we got tons of movies about showing us as slaves and shit. Now let's see just movies of us like kicking ass. I want to see a black person make like 7 of the same movies like Adam Sandler be doing, like his friends be doing, like fucking Seth Rogen be doing, like all them other niggas. I just want mad black people to make mad movies and shit and have nobody say nothing about that, cause like them niggas is all Jews and shit, right? You don't see the Jews like constantly making Holocaust movies to remind people. They don't even got like a month. They got a whole day where they be like, yo, we know that the Holocaust happened. This shit was terrible. We have mad movies about this shit. Now let's move on. We gonna get this money. We gonna take over and we gonna stay in control. But with black people, it's like, yo, this shit happened, but we don't know it happened. We want y'all to remember that this shit happened. Like, we remember this shit happened. We get a whole fucking month to where we can remember and we can extend that shit. Okay, like I don't get the point of y'all bringing back Roots. We don't need to see that shit no more. Okay, just bring me like 10 movies of the same shit just made by like mad black people with mad black people in it. That's what we need next. Okay, that's the next step, not more slave movies. And niggas is talking about, oh well, it's never too much, like we're just doing this to like remind America that we're still here and what happened, because they're trying to erase the disgusting and bloody history. Man, shut the fuck up. Okay, first of all, if you really gave a shit about anything, you would have came out with this on fucking Black History Month. You would have did your best to get this shit released on that time, but you didn't, and like that's it. That's all I got to say to that. Like, you coming out with it now when black suffrage and like minority suffrage is like the hot thing now. Now y'all just magically coming out with a Roots series so y'all can be controversial and like showing shit that we never seen. Like Roots, he had like it was like 3 fucking movies. It's Roots, the joint with another one with Halle Berry, and forgive me because I could be wrong, but I've seen that shit like years ago. Is Roots, and then it's like 2 Roots joint, and then it's like a prequel joint with Halle Berry, and then some light skin joint. I forget what it was, but it was like about something. And Roots ain't even about like all black people. It's just the origin story of LeVar Burton or somebody. Well, not LeVar. It was it the origin story of LeVar Burton? I think it was. At least he played in the movies. Regardless of all that, I say that to say this. Can we stop making slave movies? I'm tired of seeing that shit. Alright? Like, you just make like mad black movies. Like, they don't gotta make sense. They don't even gotta be funny. And just make mad many of them to where those people like, yo, this nigga was in like the past 7 movies. Like, do what fucking Kevin Hart is doing. He is making 10 of the same movies and he's still getting money out of Hollywood and niggas is still going to see his shit. That's what we supposed to do. We supposed to come up like the Adam Sandlers. We supposed to come up like the Seth Rogans. We supposed to come up like the James Francos. That's what we're supposed to do. But niggas is talking about, no, we need to educate. Like, nigga, we are educated. Like, how much more educated can you get? You want to know more about us? Look that shit up. We got a whole fucking month to where we can educate ourselves. And after that, I usually be like, yo, like, what happened back then? I know y'all niggas y'all not used to like the internet existing and shit, but it does now. And I say all that to say this. I don't know where the fuck I'm going with this. I do not know where the fuck I'm going with this. I'm flying right now. Flying. Speaking of, let's talk about something that's like really been hurting my heart. This goddamn gorilla. This shit is so fucking dumb. People are so upset over a gorilla getting killed in order to save the life of a child. Now I could understand if it was like some nigga was drunk at the zoo and they accidentally loaded a 40 caliber rifle and like popped the gorilla in his head for no reason. I could understand if the gorilla was just attacking the cage, trying to get out, and they killed the gorilla and people were mad over it. But a chick dropped her child in the gorilla pit. And y'all mad that they didn't kill... Y'all mad that they killed the gorilla in order to save the kid's life? What the fuck is wrong with y'all? Tell you what, I'm not even going to say put your own child in that position. Like, what'd you do if that was only your own kid? Put yourself in that position. Let's say you fall in the cage. I don't know how you got in that cage, but you're in the gorilla pit. There's a gun on the floor. And there is a 400-pound gorilla standing right across from me. Now, we could go with that whole, oh, he's going to be nice to you because we're 98% the same DNA, and maybe he would sense that you're in danger and try to help you get out. You could go with that. Or, and this is just me, like, thinking, you could pick up the gun, and you could kill that monster yourself. Because, my nigga, did you see Planet of the Apes? Them fucking big-ass gorillas was ripping open fucking trucks. Like, them Jones brought down a whole goddamn helicopter. And, like, in Planet of the Apes, they didn't get stronger. They just got smarter. So, if them niggas was smart, they would be doing some wild shit in order to kill us. Like, them big-ass gorillas can take, like, regular bullets. We can't. Like, you shoot one of them big-ass gorillas with a regular handgun, 9 times out of 10, he's going to be angrier, and he's going to be on your ass and beating it. Like, what do gorillas beat? Their meat? He's going to be savagely beating your ass like he, a teenager beats his dick. Pause. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, put yourself in a gorilla pit. And then, like, if you in there and I'm sure you're going to be like, kill this monster. Kill this thing. Save my life, because a human life is more precious than a gorilla's life. Like, I don't see what the issue is here. And, like, people is all like, oh, we shouldn't parent. Damn. Sorry, something was in my eye. And people was all like, oh, we shouldn't shame the parent because it's not her fault because the kid, kids act up and act wild. Man, fuck that, okay? Listen, we should make fun of that dumb bitch. I'm sorry. I don't mean to call you. I may say some words like bitch, stupid, and all that, but I really don't mean that. It's just in order to express the amount of emotion that I'm feeling in my heart. Those words are very strong and very powerful, and they strike the right emotion in your heart, in your soul, that allow me to get my point across. So I'm using those words, but I'm not using it in a negative connotation because I don't follow societal norms. So just because society says that bitch is a bad word, I'm not saying it is. I'm using it in a way that makes it seem right. Now, you may take it how you want it, okay? That sounds like some bullshit, and it probably is. But back to the chick dropping her kid in the monkey pit. Yo, I always say this. I wish like it was something in the water that like prevented people from having kids, period, and they have to like pass a test and shit before they like prove in order to prove themselves responsible to have children. Like, it's not right that anyone can have kids, and we need to stop rewarding people for being able to have children. Like, that is a basic um function of human being. Like, anything, literally anything can like reproduce and have kids. It's nothing special. It's just a way to oh my god, that was a shit. I'm at that out. It's just a way in order to like keep going the cycle of life. Like, it just like keeps the human race from extinction. That is the only reason that we procreate and shit. Having a child is not that serious. Anyone can have a child. Anyone can raise a child. I mean, like, you got niggas losing their kids in gorilla pits and shit. Like, I don't give a fuck about like how she feels. Like, we should care about like what if the gorilla grabbed the child and smashed his head in his hand like a grape? I bet y'all niggas would be saying, "Yo, shoot that shit now." Let that happen. Cause y'all saying like, yo, the gorilla was gonna be nice to him. Dog, what the fuck did you expect? The gorilla was either this is what was gonna happen. The gorilla was either going to just fling his body around like a toy, or rape him. Cause that's what animals do. I know that sounds like mad harsh, but like that's literally what animals do. Unless it was neutered or spayed. And I don't know if they spay or neuter like zoo animals. I'm not sure if they're allowed to do. I don't know. Do they? Nah, sometimes. But then like in them videos that be online and shit, like people going to the zoo, they see like the animals with the wild hard dick and shit, and like the other like it'd be like a rhino or some shit trying to fuck the other rhino or something like that, like a giraffe or anything. And it must suck for giraffe to fuck, cause they got them long ass necks for no reason, and then they got mad skinny legs. Shout out to them. Just shout out to them and their weird way they fuck. But yeah, I think like monkeys. Oh yeah, and then it was this one joint. It was like a monkey riding his other monkey dick while I was at the zoo. But I'm glad I never had to see that shit when I was a kid. Why didn't I ever see? I'm not saying I wanted to, but why didn't I see that shit happen at the zoo? Did they neuter pet? Did they spay and neuter like the animals there? Because if so, that is a problem in and of itself. That's like that's painful. Like, everyone's saying like, oh, zoos are kind of like animal prisons and shit. If they like spay and neuter the animals, yeah, that's kind of hellish. Cause I think that's like terrible to do to your pet. Like, people who spay and neuter their pets just so like they won't spray and try to fuck everything. That's fucked up. Cause you're taking away its one joy in life. Like, I know you're going to be like, oh, well, I'm treating it better. I'm letting it experience food. Yeah, well, let someone take away your ability to have sex. And I'm pretty sure you're going to be like, you know what? I don't want this. It's like forever raping them. Like, you're taking away their ability to choose whether or not they want to have sex at a certain point in time. And I think that's like super fucked up in a way that just it amazes me that even exists. But in the society that we live in, it's not that far-fetched, But anyway, I digress. If zoos were more like prisons, yeah, but yeah, zoos ain't like prisons at all, because if zoos were like prisons, it would be like male only. They don't get, at least like they get fresh air. They get to be with people that they get to be with their own kind per se. Like, it's at least a male and a female. Like, they get someone specifically, like, oh well, I see in movies like they bring like other animals in order like for the animal to mate. They have like massage therapists on deck. They get like mad good food. Like zoos, they really get good treatment at zoos. If prisons were more like zoos, I think they would have like a higher success rate with rehabilitation. Mm. This is some damn good Dr. Pepper. That is some really good Dr. Pepper. Yeah. If they made prisons more like zoos, they would have a very high success rate with rehabilitation. Because then you have like people paying to come in, and like they're still like a part of society, so they feel like they belong. They feel like they're not 100% lost. And then like when you have like constant surveillance of them, they're probably less likely to stab someone, probably less likely to rape someone in the bathroom, you know. And if it was like same sex, I'm pretty sure like the dudes wouldn't do half the shit that they do now. And, you know, they'd be like, oh well, what if they do like something bad and shit? Why don't they make like prisons same sex? What is the whole thought process there? I mean, like, you would have to keep like the rapists and shit away from the women and all that, but I guess if they're all in jail, they're not really supposed to get a choice whether or not who they're around, you know. But I don't know. It just prevents more problems. And plus, like, if you were able to like go to a prison any time of the day and like see regular life, you probably would be like, yeah, you know what, I don't want to do this. Like, imagine like a fifth grade class, instead of going to a zoo, they go to like a prison. And like you ever see that show Oz? I think it used to come on HBO. It would be like really dope. It'd be like Oz, but just like they get to see it up close and personal. Like, imagine a fifth grade class walks in on a guy getting shit on while someone else is getting stabbed or raped. That shit would be hilarious. They'd be like, you know what? Maybe this jail shit seems I don't want to do that, because like, you know, you tell somebody you fuck up in life, you're gonna wind up in jail, or don't do that or you're gonna wind up in jail, and you're like, what is jail? Like, just a place where you go to timeout? No, you gotta like really see that shit in order for it to leave scars. Like, I know they have like them TV shows where kids go scared straight. That's just going like scar somebody and be like, damn, they just doing all this shit extra to make me see. No, you gotta see like the regular raw shit. Like, I know scared straight. I mean, I guess that shit is real. It's just like mad. All it is just some mad nigga yelling at a kid, and that's not really gonna help, because that's what their parents are doing. And it may get the kid like to piss his pants in the moment, but all you're doing is really humiliating that child and like scarring him for life. And he probably gonna grow up to skin cats and throw them at throw them in movie theaters, which sucks. My throat is getting really dry. So yeah, that's my whole thought on that. Speaking of troubling things, so you know how I'm like pro Brienne Altis? We need to free her. So there's another teacher who recently got arrested for fucking her student. Now, this teacher was in a 9-month relationship with her student and met her student's parents, and they were fine with it, and she was considered his boyfriend, and like they would go to like family gatherings and shit like that. And you know, she got ratted out, and now she's on the run. They haven't found her yet, but you know, I don't think they should arrest her. But you know, she's kind of maybe making the wrong decision and like getting pregnant by the kid. Like, I'm all for the teacher fucking him, you know, maybe he gets some good grades, but if you're fucking him and then like you let him get you pregnant, you're fucking all the way up. Like, you're fucking the game all the way up. Now I can kind of vouch for you, like fucking a 13-year-old. I could be like, yo, the nigga is mad advanced sexually, and I know like people gonna be like, oh, so what if this was a girl? Like, yeah, if this was a girl, it'd be fucked up, but you know, like a girl wouldn't be home savagely jacking it to, you know, a spot on the wall that looks like a pair of breasts. But a dude will. So a dude is fine with fucking his badass teacher and being like, yo, guess what? I fucked Miss Johnson in the cafeteria while no one was there, and it was pretty dope. And then she licked my balls in a way that made me go, ow. Yeah, it was kind of lit, you know? Because, to be real, what teenage boy did not fantasize about fucking his teacher? Like, that's like a top 10 fantasy. There's so many There is so many pornos of shit like that happening. You know why? Because dudes are disgusting, and that's what we wanted to do as kids. But we couldn't. So we grow up, we become porn directors, and we make that shit a reality because we want it to happen, because we want to be able to go back in time and make our teacher fuck us. And now, knowing what we know about all these teachers getting caught out here like this, fucking their students, maybe if you would have tried to teach her, she'd have let you hit it. Because she was kind of young. And she was kind of fun, and she was always kind of, she wasn't really coming on to you, but she was really cool with you in a way that made it seem like, yo, if I go for this, when it's just me and her around, what really would be bad, I have a great story for when I grow up. I'd be like, hey, did I tell you the time when I did this with my teacher? I hadn't. If she does, if she's down, she's down. But yeah, I hope people stop hating. I hope she's freed, and yeah. People, like, there's worse things that a teacher could do. Like, a teacher just got fired for, like, having, like, mad racist fucking test answers. It was like, how much does a brick go for? It was like shit like that. And yeah. Yeah, a teacher just got arrested for, like, making, like, mad racist test questions. Like, it was like, how much does a brick go for if Laquan sells it for 20% over its regular price? How much can you get back when you get 2 holes to trick, but only 1 hole made enough money, and it's a Tuesday when the money is coming in light? Or how much is the mid selling for if niggas is in a drought? And it's summer, and you got loud, but not just mid, but shit like that. Some teacher was doing that shit, and they got arrested. Like, that's like worst things that y'all need to put your minds to and focus on. You shouldn't really focus on this young woman doing a favor, because that's like mad motivation. I mean, what he would be doing with his downtime is just sitting at home, mad, just crazy whacking it to anything that he sees, anything that remotely turns him on, which could be like literally anything. He could take his shoes off and look at his sock the right way and just start, tugging one out. And instead, he's with his teacher. He gets tutored while he's tutoring her ass to the feel of his dick. So, shout out to that couple. Speaking of degenerates, shout out to Tiana Trump. Free her. She got arrested for selling weed. I guess the porn scene is drying up. Shout out to her. She shouldn't be in jail. Cause I don't know. You always see those, I don't know where I was going with this. Yeah, free her. I don't know why. She is like one of them popping, pause this shit. That is not supposed to. Oh my god. I'm gonna have fun editing this one, Ugh. Yeah, free Tiana Trump. She got arrested. You think she would get arrested for, like, solicitation of sex, but she got arrested for selling weed, because that's, like, weed is basically legal. What the fuck, man? That's fucked up. Weed is basically legal, and I know, like, porn stars is in LA where weed really is literally legal. So where the fuck did she get arrested for selling weed? Like, wherever you do porn, weed is legal there. So, I don't know. That makes no sense. Like, free her. That's fucked up. That's seriously fucked up. But she only, like, locked up for, like, 2 months. So, I guess she could do that quick. I don't know. But still, who wants to go to jail? Like, summer just started. I know my shit ain't popping, but it's way more popping than being in jail. Also, shout out to Pornhub, since we're on the topic of porno. No, not Pornhub, HBO. They're trying to sue Pornhub for having porn parodies of Game of Thrones up there. My niggas, do you not know what the internet is? The internet is exactly 60% porn. If it exists, there is porn of it. Rule 34 of the internet, my niggas. Like, there is a rule. that says there exists porn of it. You can't be like, yo, take this shit down. Like, first of all, they don't even really have control over it. They just be like, yo, put whatever you want on his website. That's like someone getting mad at YouTube because someone uploaded a video of somebody fucking a hot pocket. They're not in control of that shit. If you report it, they could take it down, but once it's on the internet, it's not permanently going away. Someone will just upload it to another site, and then you'll have the same problem. And now that you pointed out this shit, that it bothers you, my nigga, you're gonna have mad fucking people making random parodies of that shit, and then you're gonna be fucked. Now what? All because you wanted to take a shot at a semi-famous porn company? That's pretty fucked up. Are you gonna go to X videos and be like, yo, take all this shit down? You gotta go to X2s, Bang Bros, all this other shit, and be like, yo, take our shit down? No, someone's gonna put that shit up, and you're not gonna be in control of it. And someone's probably gonna hack your website to show to where it links, like, straight to the porn parody. So shout out to y'all for placing the target on your back. Also, shout out to... Damn, what was I about to say? I got off track. Man, it's not late. It is mad early when I'm recording this because I wanted to start this. I wanted to do this. I'm not saying that. Fuck that. Where was I at? Somewhere with the. Shout out to HBO for having the balls to like be like, yo, can y'all not do porn parodies of us like when everything else that shouldn't have porn parodies, like all these fucking cartoon shows, that all these children cartoon shows that have like porn made out of it, it's just, and they haven't said anything yet. Like, go on the internet right now and type in My Little Pony, and about 70% of the results are gonna be very gross. You're gonna be very grossed out, okay? So Game of Thrones, just because you make like a popular show on HBO, do not think that you are able to dodge the rule 34 of the internet. Like that's the constant. Like, it's like we need air to breathe. The sun rises every day and the moon rises every night. If something exists, some disgusting pervert has made a porn of it. And I know what you're thinking. No, it's not possible. They have doorknob porn. I don't know how you can find a doorknob sexy, but it's out there. They have sneaker porn. I don't know how you could find a sneaker sexy, but it's out there. So shout out to y'all. And because this is kind of this isn't a music podcast. This is just a podcast about where I talk about whatever. Fuck it. Shout out to Jay-Z. He's really he's doing it out here. He got 2 new tracks out here. He got one. It's a remix to All the Way Up. I'm fucking with it, and another one with Pusha T, and he's being dope on it. He's rapping about his art and how he used to be a drug dealer, how he still may or may not be a drug dealer, but he's doing it big. Shout out to him. Shout out to Pusha T for like not having sold a brick in years, but just being able to formulate words around selling a brick just well. Like, I want him, and yeah, he can really like he can forever rap about like selling bricks. He raps about the one brick. He could make like an entire album out of like how he moved one brick. That is just amazing. He has a way with words, and like his specialty is just rapping about moving bricks. Oh, shout out to him. Shout out to the whole Good Music label. Kanye West has another collaboration coming out, so that's something to look forward to. He dropped a song recently. It's pretty dope. I liked it. I don't think we're gonna get it as soon as we want to get it, because that nigga is not known for being on time. Like, he released All Day, and then probably like 2 years later, The Life of Pablo came out. So, all the people saying like, yo, it's about to be a hot summer when Kanye West dropped Cruel Winter. Yeah, it's going to be a cruel summer when he doesn't drop it, and he's going to drop it in the wintertime of next year, which also includes January and February. So, you people waiting, you're going to be still waiting. Don't get your hopes up, because he's not coming out with new shit. I know he said he's dropping 3 albums this year, but you know what? He's not. He lied. He got ahead of himself. He snorted a little bit too much coke and was like, hey, I can do this. I believe in myself. And while that is good to be confident in yourself and like make like outlandish ass dreams, like I could be like, yo, I'm going to get with Rihanna one day. It's not gonna happen, but you know, if I put it out there, it may. I could be like, yo, I could get Keke Palmer, which I honestly in my brain believe that I can because she's on Snapchat a lot. I'm on Snapchat a lot. I could probably, you know, finesse something right there because she's mad young and she's around in my age. And when I start popping, I might slide into the DMs of one young Lauren Palmer. But that's for the future to decide. I'm not in charge of that. But if I put it out in the ether, maybe it'll happen. You never know what'll happen, okay? No one thought that a producer could become a rapper. Well, at least they didn't believe in Kanye. But yeah. No, yeah. I don't know. I don't know where I do not know where this is going. But yeah, shout out to everyone. Shout out I hope everyone prospers. Shout out to this summer. Shout out to this episode for just getting 100% off track. I don't know where I was going. Shout out to everyone that's unemployed. I'm with you. I've been there for about a month now. But I got a job now, so fuck you broke ass unemployed niggas. I feel sorry for you because when I was unemployed, I was depressed as shit, and now I'm motherfucking happy. So find a job. Do something. Push come to shove, you know. Go to a grocery store and help niggas put their shit in their car. That's what you gotta do when you're washed. So this has been the Culturally Inappropriate Podcast for this week. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter at DJFodera. And also like, subscribe, and follow the podcast on Stitcher, iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Play, and possibly YouTube if I stop being lazy and upload that shit there. I know I can get mad views on there. So shout out to y'all. Shout out to Kanye Tuda. Shout out to Reddit. Shout out to Pornhub, Xvideos, Xtube. Shout out to Tiana Trump. Shout out to Keke Palmer. Shout out to Jada Fire, Lisa Ann, Rachel Starr, Ava Divine, Cherokee. Why am I giving shout out to these people? I don't know. Shout out to y'all. Y'all are prospering. Shout out to everyone that's in jail right now and won't be able to enjoy summer. I feel bad for you, but you took a chance. And now you wound up in a penitentiary, so you're prospering. Also, R.I.P. Muhammad Ali. We lost a legend, and you will be missed. But I do not look forward to everyone dick riding you on social media for the next week. I really don't. I know it's not dick riding because you were like a great dude, and everybody did actually love you. But I don't want to see it. You know, I mean, not like I don't want to see the love. I just don't want to see like everyone just savagely ride his dick. Like it's I don't know. I guess I'm a fucked up individual. But that's what the world is about, and that's what this podcast is about. So thank you for listening. And if you have been entertained, thank you. If you have not, fuck you. Because this podcast ain't for you, my nigga, okay? Thank you and good night.